The Curse of the Forest. Gourgiest Dex entry. X. Singing in eerie voices, they wander town streets on the night of the new moon. And anyone who hears their song is cursed. Why? And it wraps its prey in its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. It was about 8 o'clock when I realized I should head back home, in Snowbell City. I ventured to the wandering woods to possibly find the coveted green-eyed Jigglypuff, using my Poke Radar. I was at a chain of 28. My Meowstic, Trixie, tugged my shirt, so I leaned downwards. She pointed west, where the path to our house was. I replied, "Just a little longer." This was the longest chain I had ever had, and I wasn't willing to give it up. I continued the monotonous, suspenseful shiny hunt. At a chain of 4 now, I desperately wanted to head home. Flappy, my Fletchender, did as well. The thought of finally finding a shiny, one of my favorite Pokemon, made me stay. I had seen many people in the past find shinies to the exact place, so I knew it wasn't barren. These people, namely Wulfric and Candace, inspired me to go on. Going through the motions was easy, but my Pokemon continued to hint to me. They kept hinting to go home, but I didn't know why. Maybe they were tired. I had never seen them behave like this before. 58, 59, 60, 61. I counted up and up. "Where are they?" I finally bursted out. I decided to sit down for a moment just to rest, and maybe my Pokemon too. I sat on a leafy rock and just shut my eyes for what I thought was 5 minutes. When I awoke, I had no idea what time it was. I knew it was somewhere past 12. I wondered how I awoke. Then I remembered that dream I had. It had eerie noises or hums. As I adjusted to the cool, brisk air around me, I heard the same noise I heard in my dream. It was a soft, sweet, angelic hum. What could it be from? I asked myself. Maybe just a little girl walking. I refused to discontinue this epic chain I was holding. Then I made a deal with myself. Once I get to 100, I can be done. That was my deal. I sealed it into my brain. No loopholes. So, at 70 now, I turned on my Poke Radar, pressed the button, and then it flashed 10 grasses to the left. It was the moment I'd been waiting for. The moment only some could dream of. A sparkling grass. The residing place for a shiny Pokemon. I had to make sure that I didn't walk into any other shaky grasses, so I made a route to get there. Trixie and Flaffy were pecking and clawing at me, but it didn't feel like either of them. It felt like a long, slender vine or two. No, I can't look back. I have what I was waiting for. No distractions. I continued my visible route to the shiny grass that I had my eyes glued on. That unknown feeling that I had felt a bit earlier came over my shoulder. Ignoring it once again, I walked on 3 grasses more. Then the vine or arm, or whatever, it slapped me in the face. I fell back, and when I opened my eyes, I found a menacing Gourgeist looking at me. Strangely, after blinking, another appeared, then a third. I crawled my way over, but the vines of them grabbed me, and in a way strangled my legs, like an Arbok. They entangled my entire body. They continued to tighten their grips, and I just kept hitting and kicking them. They were, as a whole, too much for me or my Pokemon. We all continued to pound with all our might. Another feature that I hadn't noticed was that they hummed that hum. All the time, they slowly killed me. My legs had no circulation now. I knew I had no chance. I remember now that I brought along my Ninetales. I don't remember how or why, but I overlooked that. I reached to the bag that they had thrown off of me. They grabbed my hand, and then my other hand, that I had tried grabbing with it. "Trixie, you sidekick!" We have battled in hordes before, but never at this high level. These Gourgeists were probably level 50 or higher. Trixie opened her ear flaps and let out her psychic wrath, entirely mutilating all 3 of the Gourgeist, and practically destroying me. Legs broken. I decided to go for help. There was no way I could get out of here alive. Nevertheless, I would try to. Bobby came back about a minute later, with the nurse droid running alongside him. My ears had stopped working now, and all I could do was lay effortlessly. What happened after that was a blur. And that, puppies, was the curse of the forest. My final thoughts on the story? I actually kind of like it. Now, I want to get the positives out of the way first. First of all, I mean, the grammar is okay, but the spelling, not so much. Like near the end, when it says, Bobby came back about a minute later with Nurse Joy running alongside him, change belong to alongside him, and maybe fix, I have brought along my ninetails. With the word brought, put a T at the end, and maybe capitalize names of the Pokemon, like, let's see, which one? Fletchender and Ninetales, and obviously Pokemon, because you gotta capitalize Pokemon. But other than the few spelling errors here and there, as far as grammar goes, you're good to go on that. Because these things can be fixed easily. As for the ending, it was rather abrupt, but I still like it either way. I still like the creepypasta. Now, as for the positives, again, it's like one of those rarities with a Darkrai creepypasta, a Lucario creepypasta, or any and all other creepypastas in general. And I'm actually very happy to see a Gourgiest creepypasta because not a lot of people do a lot of ghost type creepypastas. I mean, hello, they're called ghost types for a reason. But either way, it's relatively good, and as for the rating, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It wasn't... Now, the ending wasn't perfect, the grammar wasn't perfect, the spelling wasn't perfect, but this is a very interesting read overall, and I loved it. So, that's it for this little creepypasta video, little puppies. And if you go into the forest to pick out a pumpkin in the Pokemon world, be sure to bring your earplugs. You don't want to get cursed, do you? I will see you next time, little puppies. Sweet dreams.